Hello and welcome back to LFC News. In today's video, we have some huge news regarding a midfielder, as a huge deal is potentially about to be completed. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. But before we do, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Let's get straight into today's video, but not to the midfielder deal yet. It's something I really want to go over that's caught my eye over the last hour or so, and it's to do with Mohamed Salah. So obviously we've been speaking a lot about Salah over the last few weeks. Really, it all started from when he kicked off about the disagreement with Arne Slot. Things weren't looking good for Salah and Slot as well. At one point, it looked like Slot might lose his job, but recent performances suggest that Slot will probably be staying around. However, the future of Salah is still pretty uncertain, and a journalist today has basically made a reveal that actually is quite interesting, really, and it's something that I don't think many people have really considered regarding Salah and his future at Liverpool. So, Liverpool journalist suspects summer transfer gentleman's agreement. Obviously, this isn't something that was really considered. With Salah, we kind of expected he might not return from AFCON. That's something Salah even said himself. He said, Brighton might be my last game for the club. So a gentleman's agreement really wasn't something we considered, and whether Salah even considered it himself, and if he does, because this is all opinion based, but it's from a journalist who is very closely linked with the club. I believe it's Lewis Steele from the Daily Mail. Yes, Lewis Steele, very reliable Liverpool journalist, and makes some good points from time to time, but we'll have a read of this today. So, Mohamed Salah's rift with Arne Slot is not fully over, according to one Liverpool journalist, who believes a gentleman's agreement could be placed for a summer exit. So, rather than a January run, we might see a summer exit. Salah, who's joined up with Egypt for the AFCON, and as a result may not return to Merseyside until late January. So, the Mail's Lewis Steele explained in a live Q&A on Wednesday that Salah is still agitated and frustrated, and rightly so. It doesn't seem like anything was resolved in the time of it happening and when he actually left for AFCON, and suggests a gentleman's agreement could be reached on a summer transfer. Liverpool don't want to sell in January, Saudi clubs are lurking, so this could be a deal that really works for everyone. Liverpool will get to keep Salah for the remainder of the season. Salah gets a proper send-off. Liverpool gets some money for Salah. And the Saudi clubs get Salah. So everyone really is happy, I guess. It's like the most effective way to find a mutual agreement between all parties, I believe. He goes on to say, the rift is certainly not over as far as I'm aware. It certainly has been erased in the last week, eased in the last week, but it's still there, still said. The Saudis are still lurking, MLS clubs are still sort of looking at the situation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Salah and Liverpool shook hands on maybe a summer exit. It would be the last chance they have to get any money for him, which is really smart, and I think regardless of the disagreement between Salah and Salah, I think it would be the smart decision to sell Salah in the summer. I always thought in 2023, when Al Ittihad offered 150 million, that Salah never really shut the door on a future move to Saudi Arabia, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does end up there at some point in the next 18 months. I think no one at Liverpool wants him to go in January. No one can foresee him going in January, but we can't completely rule it out. Personally, I don't think it will happen. So this is something we've not considered, as I did mention. But it certainly is interesting, and I could really see this happening. And if Salah is going to depart the club, I think this is the best way of going about it. He can get a proper send-off from the fans, he can get his big move, and Liverpool can get some money from him. But let me know what you think of that down in the comment section below. It certainly is interesting, and it's a whole new perspective on what could happen with Salah in the future. But getting into our main story today, as I mentioned, a huge midfielder deal could be around the corner, and that is because Liverpool are set to begin contract talks with Alexis Mac Allister. Now, Mac Allister hasn't had the greatest season so far, but last season he was a very important player for Liverpool, and it shows that Arne Slot does know how to use the Argentine midfielder. And it looks like Liverpool could be ready to present a new contract for him. So Mac Allister signed a 5-year deal upon moving from Brighton in 2023, which means he still has 2.5 years remaining on his current terms. So this would mean he signs a new contract in the summer, he's only got 2 years left on his contract, which is like prime time to really offer players contracts. I do believe Alexis Mac Allister does deserve a new contract. I think last season he was a very important player. This season he's struggling to find his feet a little bit, but it is what it is. You know, it happens with players, but he's more than good enough to play for Liverpool. Again, this is coming from Lewis Steele. Talks are now on the way over a new deal for the World Cup winner. Lewis said that they are at a very early stage. This comes with Liverpool also looking to agree terms with Dominic Szoboszlai, Ryan Gravenberch and Curtis Jones, 3 players who really do deserve a new deal. Curtis Jones especially, he's been a great player this season, and it'd be great to see him actually get a new deal at the club. It's not been the best season for Mac Allister on a personal level. The 26-year-old struggled for fitness in the opening months of the campaign after an early end to the 2024-25 campaign. But he has stepped things up in recent weeks and particularly impressed at the trip to Slot's. Particularly impressed at the tip of Slot's midfield diamond, while the more energetic Szoboszlai and Jones have provided support. Yeah, the shift in shape has really helped, I think, everyone in the Liverpool side, to be honest. Obviously, we saw Ekitike really benefit from this change. Szoboszlai and Jones playing really well. And then, as I mentioned, Mac Allister as well. Like, it seems his change of shape has really positively affected Liverpool. And their chances for actually getting something out of this season. You think back a few weeks ago, the season was pretty much over for the Reds, and now like we're climbing up the table slowly. But a few more good performances, and we could be more than back into the title race, and that'd be good to see. But I mean, let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think Alexis Mac Allister does deserve a new contract? Do you think someone else deserves a new contract as well? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please make sure you do like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out here. We post daily Liverpool news every day. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.